Hey Nicole, I'm glad we had the chance to catch up. I'll be honest, I'm feeling the pressure lately. We have endless pages with out-of-date information and broken links that seriously impact the trust of our end users on the content. What do I do?
Fran, I completely understand. We talk to intranet managers and internal comm specialists all over the world who can 100% empathise with the challenges you're currently facing. The good news is that having the data on hand to guide your intranet strategy really is the key to knowing how you can prioritise your efforts. We have all the insights ready to go here in the SWOOP for SharePoint dashboards. Let's jump in and tell the story of your SharePoint intranet and how you can improve.
Pause. Did Nicole say jump in?
Yes. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I am. Let's really jump into these dashboards. Perfect. Now that's what I call jumping into it.
What are some of the things that you're struggling with?
Thank you so much. I'd love to start with the basics. I find it so difficult to aggregate views and engagement across the entire intranet to see how it's being used. How can I do that?
First up, Fran, we'll start with the intranet dashboard. Here, you can see in real time those high-level insights on what's happening. This is a simple snapshot of your unique visitors, average daily visitors, visits, and more. Something that you'll find particularly interesting is the typical visit time across your entire intranet. You may be used to measuring on average visit time, but SWOOP gives you a much more meaningful view of the time spent on your intranet. Instead of looking at averages, which can be notoriously unreliable, SWOOP provides the first and third quartile results to provide a much clearer picture of user behaviour.
Wow, that's so impressive. I'm so excited to see a meaningful snapshot of how the intranet is being used. But how do we know what content is making an impact? At the moment, it's especially difficult for me to separate how news versus content pages are performing.
Good question. With SWOOP for SharePoint, you can easily identify your top performing content. If you scroll a little bit further down, you're served insights on your most popular pages and news. We break this down based on visitors, visits, and health scores, as well as showing you when it was last updated. If you then click on View All Pages, you're taken to the content category to see a more comprehensive overview. You're also able to see insights for files.
Amazing. This will help us tailor our content strategy more effectively. But what about the content that's not performing well? How do we keep our intranet healthy?
I'm hoping this will be a huge time saver for you, Fran. We've covered there too. If we jump into the health category and scroll down, SWOOP does the hard work for you in pulling together a list of pages with issues. You can filter this list based on the health score category and the issue type. You mentioned you're facing the challenge of having increasing levels out-of-date content and broken links across the intranet. So let's just filter to those focus areas. Now you can clearly see which pages need to be prioritised.
That's incredible. This is such a relief. I know I mentioned earlier I didn't know where to start, but this is going to be such a game changer. It'd be useful to have this insight into the behaviours of our employees across our whole intranet. Can the data in SWOOP provide this depth of insight?
Of course, if we jump into the behaviour category and scroll down, you'll see insights including activity by time to uncover the days of the week and times of the day your visitors are most active. SWOOP has also developed a series of personas to give even more insight into how visitors are engaging with content. When users spend more time on a page, the more likely they are to have read and understood the content. For navigation pages, you can expect to have a higher percentage of what we call scanners. For pages with richer information, you should see higher percentages of skimmers and readers. If you want to take this to the next level, SWOOP will even show you enter and exit pages. Here you can toggle between the pages that either start or finish a visitor's session of activity on the intranet.
This is perfect. Now, I know we're looking at these behaviours across the entire intranet, but if I wanted to see this for a specific audience, for example, if I was wanting to have a better understanding of the way the frontline staff are interacting with our intranet, can that be done?
You certainly can. When we navigate to the audience dashboard, we can search for a particular segment. Let's search for development and operations. Now we can see the behaviour-focused insights for the segment.
No way, this is going to be so valuable for our content editors. Speaking of our editors, how can they easily see what needs to be fixed across the content they own? Quality control is essential for maintaining credibility.
Definitely. SWOOP's Health Score feature helps you identify and address issues like spelling mistakes and broken links before they impact your audience's experience. Your editors can head to the content category and then search for the page they look after. Let's have a look at the onboarding page. This is where they will find an overall health score based on the criteria below: engagement, quality, and experience. If a content editor or owner has 5 to 10 minutes in their day to make a difference, these actionable insights will be a go-to. This will show them everything from visitor times through to pinpointing spelling mistakes, broken links, aging content, and even diving into readability.
I can't wait to onboard our editors. Can you cross-reference those specific pieces of content with audience insights?
Absolutely. When you navigate to the audience category, not only are you able to see the most active audiences, you can also see a breakdown of device activity, browser activity, and locations based on IP addresses. This can be particularly useful for geographically dispersed workforce.
I love how everything is presented in their dashboards. If I'd like to make these insights more shareable, how would I go about that?
We've got you covered. In the top right-hand corner of every report, there is a download button which allows you to download the data to an Excel file or PowerPoint presentation. Even better, if you want to download all of the data across the Essentials category, for example, there is also a master export option at the top of the dashboard. Trust me, we've seen some nightmare examples of reporting that requires manual data input, so this should also save a lot of time.
I'm about to commence a project that will focus on optimizing search on our SharePoint Intranet. It'd be great to see what people are searching for so I can get a bit of a baseline.
The Search Term and Exit Pages report tells you which terms have been searched for and how often people have clicked on the items of the search results page. In this word cloud view, the larger words represent the most popular search terms. The interesting part is then looking at the words in red. This means that it is likely the search term was not successful at finding relevant content. If you're wanting to prioritise the topics to focus your efforts on, I'd suggest looking at these search terms first. You can also change this to a table view to uncover another layer of data, including the number of search and percentage of exits.
This feature will be essential for my search term initiative. I know SWOOP does an amazing job of serving meaningful insights that will help to guide where I should focus my efforts. While I could talk to you about this for hours, I know it's just not realistic. That doesn't mean I don't have a million more questions on how I can improve my intranet. I know it might be a stretch, but can SWOOP help answer other more nuanced questions with our digital workplace?
I'm so glad you've asked about this, Fran. You're going to love SWOOP's new AI genius. We call it Dr. SWOOP. Dr. SWOOP sits alongside your SWOOP dashboard and is trained on published and private content relating to SWOOP Analytics, such as support articles and selected content from our website, including blog posts, case studies, and benchmarking reports. Let's ask it, for example, I'm an intranet manager working with a group of 200 content editors across the business. How can I onboard them to SWOOP so they can see insights for their own content? Dr. SWOOP is there to help instantly.
Nicole, this has been incredibly enlightening. I feel so much more prepared now to tackle our internet challenges with SWOOP for SharePoint. If there are any other frantic friends out there who need some help, who can they talk to?
End scene.
End of the demo.
I love seeing how much can be done in just 10 minutes.
Me too. But we should probably return them to full size now.
I think you're right.
SWOOP customers here will know that SWOOP has an awesome customer success team who love helping organisations get better and faster at communicating and collaborating. You can reach out to your regional SWOOP team for more assistance with getting the most value out of SWOOP. For those who haven't been hands-on with SWOOP before, please get in touch. We can discuss the current state of your SharePoint intranet and how we can help.
Happy swooping!